Hello everybody and welcome. I am the Beta Plan and this is Crusader Kings 3 with a little bit of a twist, and that twist is called the Lord of the Kings mod. This mod brings to Europe a whole lot of fantasy races, some well known and beloved, some a little bit less known. And well, it also comes with its own lore, trying a little bit to put a bit of the flair, if you will, of Tolkien into this world. So, as you can see also, these fantasy races, they have beautiful models of their own. They're all well made. And there are a ton of them, from Troll to Goblin to the Mad Labs, which I really to these Viking. There's a lot here. So you might be wondering, where are all these guys coming from? And wait a second, what does that do when you cross races? Good questions. The world was created by I don't know, with the aid of the elves or by the elves. No, not by the elves. The world was created and it was given to the elves as a sort of as guardians of this world. However, the act of creation was so strenuous to this being that made it that it split into three fractions. The one of light, led by the high elves in their sense of following that religion, into the shadow, followed by the shadow elves over here, and into nature, which mainly the wood elves follow. And they all have their own bloodlines. And if you can bring them back together, that is a thing we're going to try and do. Because supposedly that brings together the three elven bloodlines and does amazing things for it. But yeah, that is where the races come from. That is the lore of creation. And then there are individual races, well, like for instance the Orcs. After centuries of being bred as slaves for manual labor, the Orcs have risen up in rebellion. Led by Winnock, the Orcs have overthrown their slave masters and pledged to pay back the pain and bloodshed in full. And I believe their slave masters are actually humans, considering their starting position. But it might be Dark Dwarves. Because, as we discussed a moment ago, or at least touched upon the subject, if you combine, for instance, an orc, yeah, this is an orc, a dwarf with a shadow elf, you get a dark dwarf. Unfortunately, the culture here doesn't appear, and I have to say, a lot of the people are 22 or 25. These two guys being exceptions with 866. But yeah, the age difference might be a little bit higher. But if you're not interested in those guys and want something entirely different and new, well, you can just go, to this awesome screen and play something like an invasion from the sea, I would say. The lands once shook and trembled at the exhale of the two grand dragons of the land and sea. Now their descendants seek to make their empires to do the same. The catfish doesn't really look like a catfish to me, except that it looks like a tiger and a fish combined, so I think that is the joke. The kraken people, this what I would just think is a dragon, the sea monkeys, they're old. These are fairly, some of these at least are, for me, relatively unknown races. Maybe there's some type of book series that I completely missed, novels, but yeah, that is some definite lore in here. The age of the ancient races is nearing its end. Almost amongst the manlands, the various races vie for power and supremacy. So the ancient races being the elves. And I have decided I want to play as an elf. And I have decided, you know what, I'm going to go in a region that is the most well developed in this mod, which is Europe. India and Africa have some creatures that are of these new races, but they haven't gotten yet a lot of attention. So we are going to play as the Witch King Shadari, and we have a lot of things on our hands. For the wars of Middle-earth have just begun. The Eldarin, known as the various elves of the world, have pushed to the brink of extinction. The Orc hordes have risen against mankind to reclaim their lost lands, and the dwarves, hidden away from the world at large, must now decide their fates. And one of those, we are already at the brink of extinction, and this heretic, Felshalas, as I'm going to call her, a priest of the Witch Kingdom, me, Malshadar, has fled the oppression of her former liege to create sanctuary for her fellow priestesses of the Moon Mist. I have to go all the way over there in order to teach her a lesson. But there are also a lot of things nearby. I want to start with a heart, because I think that's interesting. And the Dark Elves seem to be... Shadow Elves. I apologize. Shadow Elves seem to be... especially this guy in the least handy position to bring the bloodlines together, because these two start next to one another. So we're going to start with High King Melchizedek. Now, unfortunately, it's not doing it this time, but there are also unique loading screens in this mod, and they have excellent, and I mean excellent, art. Let alone sound. Look at these elves; they look wonderful. And yes, as you can see, we are not that very kind, and we are a high intrigue character. Holy moly! One of those things that gives us a lot of intrigue is, well, a little bit of intrigue, is our Shadari trait, which I find as an interesting trait because it gives a lot of differences. Years of fertility is increased, life expectancy is increased, so basically you live longer, but due to your low fertility, you probably won't get a lot of children, but that's interesting. But max abduct schemes, it added +1. Hubba hubba. And we already have an intrigue of 56. That is amazing. In comparison then to the Wood Elves, they don't get a lot actually. They just live a little bit longer, that's it. And for comparison, the High Elves over here, their bloodline is, like ours, quite extensive. In fact, they live even longer and are even longer fertile. And they have archer damage increased, which is, well, how they managed to get some of that lovely established lore into these things. We actually have skirmisher damage increased. We are a little bit more of the sneak type. Though we do not need to be. Because if we go over here and you see these, you might be wondering, why are we here? This is just boring new old stuff. Yeah, duh. No. There's lots of new stuff. We have Elven Honor. We can hire Elven Rangers, which of course are archers, but we're not going to do that. This looks to me much like this was taken from World of Warcraft. Is that World of Warcraft? No, Total War Warhammer 2. That's what this looks like from. But the other image then is again from something totally different, which I like. And then they have definitely done their best. This looks also to me Total War, the Warhammer fantasy setting things, but might not be all of them. It is interesting to see what they've done. And yes, we can even get undead, and we could hire centaurs and beast hordes, and get demon spawn to fight for us. There's a lot of stuff in here. And you might actually be wondering, Necronomicon, wait, does this mod have magic? Yes, it does. Yes, we have magic. We can reanimate the dead, we can summon Succubi, and we can... I don't know what this does. Shadow Mending. Yeah, that is just supposed to heal me. We can purchase a slave army, which is quite interesting. Funny enough is that it says, have culture. This is the Shadari culture, but this is one of those things that, well, unfortunately the implementation of it is not always yet as great as you like, but we will get there. And we can also seek aid from the spirits. And I'm definitely going to click on that very quickly. And then invite Oathsworn. At least 3 able money men with 12 or more prowess will arrive to guest at the court. All kinds of cool. And we can rise as a Lich Lord. Sure. Why in the hell not? So, there's a lot of things to explore. But first, we are Malshadar, the Shadow of the Shadow Elves. It's laying a little bit thick on top of it, but that's what this mod does. We own this duchy in its entirety, and we have 1 county of another duchy. And we have 1 county too many. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to give that county away to a lone-born elf, which is a shadow elf, following our religion, who is not a ruler, is an adult, and preferably male. And this guy has 2 virtues, which I am definitely going to say... sorry, he's 1 virtue. But at least not a bad one. So we're going to give him to him. That is yours. And let's look at our council. Man, oh, we even have a bad trait. Holy heck, why in the heck are you my diplomat? Apparently, diplomats are rare? Hmm. Hey, what the heck is this? Shadowkin, this trait is congenital. General opinion, but not for Shadowkin characters. You, my friend, are going to... You need a wife. That trait needs to expand. Also, I have the feeling I saw a... Hello. I mean, it's totally the wrong faith, of course, but I doubt that we start with a... Yeah. So I'm gonna say recruit you to court. And... appoint as court physician. Why do you get madder at that? Who give you +10 to me? Hey. Well, we'll start swaying this dude then. Our court physician. Not too happy with us, but alright. We have no error. Logical. We are of course going to go for intrigue. And yes, we're definitely going to go for twice schemed. Because that should probably be done triple schemed? I don't know. But it sounds cool. Let's boost that fertility for now. But it's seduction. We don't need seduction at this moment. We'll just go for skullduggery at this moment. Where we go. I don't know exactly why this is supposedly a hard start. Because if you look at our realm and our size of manpower versus everybody around us, I think we can handle that. So what we're going to do is we're going to declare war on this man. And this person. You might be wondering, wow, that's cheap. Yeah, but that's because our faith, the old shadow, which, let me see where it is at, the Sacred Lands. I don't really like this one because building construction cost is increased. And we don't fight in jungles. But again, we fight in taigas and forests, so maybe it's alright. Is that Sign in Shadows? Does allow us to torture prisoners, by the way. Torturing prisoners earns piety instead of costing it. Just torturing them, not killing them, not executing them. And adherents are resistant to negative effects of being tortured. Very nice, but... children have a chance of being considered as reincarnations. Where was it? Oh, rightful rulers of the world. That is what is giving us the bonus. And I should really start a seduction scheme, seeing if I can make use of it. You are a wood elf, and you have the right thing, but I need your wife. Too far to interact with. Is there here a... That's a halfling. Yep, those are around. As are gnomes, by the way. These are... Fae? For me, they look like little fire starters, but... like little imps rather than Fae, but sure. Here are 2 tieflings. True. Yeah, true, sure. Everything has changed in this mod. Let's not make what is true and what is right and wrong. I have no right to say anything about that. That is what is true. By the way, mod maker, I'm not sure. I know the Dutch are tall. Is that why you've made them trolls? Sorry, ogres? It's just like, okay. And Amsterdam it. It's just... Amsterdam it. It's just... I think that was done on purpose. It's just... Gosh darn it, man. Alright. Troops. Let's go. And, as said, there are a lot of new events. I have been told this. I don't know how many of those are affecting just the storyline, explaining what has happened, what has caused the world to arrive at this state. Supposedly there are a few of them, but there are also some combat ones, because of course I did a little bit of a test run to have a little bit of idea. But I only played like 20-25 minutes just to get a feel, but I didn't want to have everything spoiled to me, so I didn't do much more than that. Okay, we're crushing that army. Rise of Darkness. Word has reached me that a new leader has risen up among the desert lands of the distant east. This avatar Calypso has declared himself the Lord of Shadows and King of the Undying, the Dark Incarnate, and has sworn to conquer the entire world. He is not the first to make that threat, but the story goes that the High King rides at the head of a horde of undead savages that cannot be killed. Oh boy, he has a lot of traits. He has a 100 prow. Oh, bah, yeah, this is You're a lich, aren't you? Yeah, lich lord. Now these forsaken people, these are the embodiments of darkness, of shadow, which is possibly why we have a hard start, because I didn't realize that. I wonder where he starts. High Kingdom of the Shattered Skull, if you could... Oh, of course. The night is dark and full of terror. Not mentioning to Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. No, here we go with the, Song of Fire and Ice books by J.J.R. Martin. Any county occupied by the Undying will lose a large portion of its development. Oh boy. Which is all over here. But luckily that's far from us, though there are also Undying over here. Pirate Faith. The Crimson Coast. Yeah, you're interesting. You have also Elder Blood, but you have follow a very different faith than normal. And you are a Blood Elf, which is a unique elven thing. Innovation Mudlat? You can have Mudlat guys? These guys? By the way, I don't know why, but this might be an error that her legs are so... legs. Her arms are so pronounced backwards, but yeah. It's interesting to note. Elvani, you probably think us evil. Yes. Pirate Lords, do you think us evil? Yes. Okay, this is going to be a problem. Interesting, by the way, Christianity was untouched. It's just one of those funky things. They consider us evil. Do we have any allies? In a sense. Like, does somebody not think us evil? Evil. All shadows. Other fates. Okay, we have the Frost Rune. Which is, I assume, from Dark... Yeah, as down here is from Dark Dwarfs. Struggle and submission. If they can declare Great Holy War. Is the piety and devotion from winning Holy Wars is increased. Also Sacred Lies, alright. And a sin is to be a godkin. Okay, and all dwarves believe in the way of the rune. Mainly because it incurs plenty of food and drink. That's a lot of traits. I can't even click on these. And then there's a moon mist, which is what this lady here went with. Gosh darn it. The stupid... Big word, but... The annoying thing is, she has 2 of our holy sites already in her faith. Where we, of the Old Shadow, lack every freaking holy site we own. We have to fight the first men a lot. This is not a good place. This is, by the way, our natural ally. Blacklight over here. Frost Rune might be doable, but... Yeah. First we have to contend with the current developments. He is locked in, so we should be able to catch that army. We probably have a river crossing. But I have 27 martial, yo. I feel I'm gonna be okay. We have tripled the men. And I have a prowess of 38. Ah, here. Through the confusion. Though the confusion of the battle, I spot Odin, one of my opponent's eyes. Should I engage him? Ah! And he slipped away. Oh. We didn't do that great with these battles, I have to admit. Were kind of poor battles. In my test game, I got really lucky and fought. I captured the guy from this county immediately. And I got a lot of events where I just charged into the ranks. This is unnecessary attack, I think. And, well, I got very quickly where I... killing a few people, gaining me a lot of prestige, actually. And capturing people is also good because then you can torture them, which is going to help us. Dark Art, by the way, I love this shield. Paradox, please, if you listen. The Old Shadow favor is increased. Thank you. Who are you? Just a unlanded character over here. Thank you so much. We can use that. That fervor increase. But, yeah, Paradox, if you're listening, please. I love that we now have the Ruler Designer. But shields are so important. For anyone that is actually historically interested, it is a game about dynasties. Your family's shield is therefore important. Oh, darn. Can I replace you? Yes, I can. That is a much better marshal. Should be alright. Poop. It's a bit of a dangerous gamble, this one. How can we manage not to get a river crossing? I don't think we can. We barely have more men. And I'm not feeling this with 100% confidence, but I don't want my capital sieged. No, we still have the advantage. And we're still losing. We have... Or is it from their side the advantage or something? That I just misrepresenting this? No, we lost it. Gosh darn it. There's still enough men to siege, huh? Okay, what I think we should do is increase the speed. Have that battle. Start sieging over here. You're gonna go over here. My capital is gonna be captured. I dislike that. It's gonna cost me control. He was killed. That's annoying. That is a dark elf. And she was killed. Due to the siege. Not in agreement with that. Enforce demands. Alright, well we won one war. And we're gonna give away some of this land. You have virtues. Excellent. Congratulations. You have now been given this territory. We should be able to win this war anyways, because we're gonna siege faster than he can siege this down, probably. So I'm not too afraid, but it's just annoying that they got the capital, because, yeah, control loss. And of course, due to the battle, we've lost men, which also isn't exactly what you want to see. No, the Shadari are far superior to those man races, of course. And there we go. Won that battle as well. Won that war as well. But that, unfortunately, gives me the necessity to go into my council and tell you to increase control? Hello? Thank you. 4 years for this control to be done? Yeesh. Oh great, and now you are raiding me. Well then, let me just see what I can do about that. Raise all there, and we are going to... And I wanted to give this country away. I'm not sure if you can do that while it's being raided. I mean, you have a few bad trades, I have to admit, but... Yeah, I guess it's gonna be you. I can't give it away while it's being raided. Okay, so then he doesn't steal from my court. Which is the good thing. Alright, let's go in. Ya la 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 la. You do not raid me. Thank you very much. That might be why they consider this start hard. Ooh, again, living healthy. Thank you very much. Medium health boost. You be crushed. Always makes me think like I'm the one that's retreating, but that's not the case. Alright, you have now a positive opinion of me. Demand your conversion. You will. There we go. Now you have a super positive opinion of me. I would just like to disband, so that I can start waging war again. Because I feel like expanding is the way to go forward. Additional taxes, that's nice. Gosh darn it, that's annoying. And one of the reasons why I want to expand over here is because of this. There's a holy site of ours. Maximum battle rule and Taigas. Could be nice. Archer toughness. Decent. And also, all of these guys are of a different faith than what is actually here. And I would like to preserve as much as I can of that particular faith as we can. You have no allies. I would wage war on you if I could. Yes, I can now. Declare war in the Holy War for a duchy, which I can't do because I am not a very faithful man. Okay. Do you have an alliance? No, you don't. Then you want the next one, and I'm gonna get. And I'm probably going to try. I can either get this and enclose him. This duchy that's over here, is that... Yeah, that's everything of that duchy, basically. But if I conquer here, I have another target. So yes, we're gonna conquer the coast then. The biggest fear I have is that our popular opinion is gonna drop too hard for this to work out well. Or we're just gonna have to eat it, so to speak, for some time. Oh gosh, darn. Alright. This is annoying, because they went all the way up there. But you make us move faster. And there's another new intrigue perk for us. And we can do digging for dirt, but swift execution, murder scheme. Disrupt schemes for now, and I really would like to get my hands Darkholm. This is a dark dwarf. No, this is a gob. This seems like a goblin with a commonly defined by a reverence for nature, ancestor worship, and belief in spirits. Many native faiths are considered to be various forms of greenskin. Yeah, so I think this is a goblin with dark blood in it. Family first. Those who marry to close family have a +10 opinion from vassals on the same fate. And you have consort and concubines. Gobkin. Fortunately, I really would like there somewhere to be a notification like this is goblin with dark folk. Actually, we're currently going for Beastmaster. I should have paid a little bit more attention to this. Crop rotation. Causes about. Wait, I am not. Oh. Oh. Oh my, that's a big Bulgaria. And Bulgaria. Interesting that has not been renamed, where a lot of things have been, but this big Bulgaria is the leader of our Shadari people. Whoopsie. I can't do anything about this. Alright, well, that's up to him. We are going to increase that. Sorry for the yawn, by the way. That was inappropriate. It's definitely not because the mod is boring or anything. Why is this the same? Our advantage. Shadari -5. Oh, I didn't place myself in there. That's bad. Shadari -5? Wait. Shadari. Attacker advantage -5. We're good at defending, not in attacking. Oh boy. Oh! Fortuitous. First, of course, torture, because might discover a secret. Lose stress. Gain 5 dread. Spend piety? I thought I would gain piety. Hold on here. Torturing prisoners earns piety instead of costing piety. You know what? I think it's a good moment to end the episode. I'm gonna test this out. If I gain piety or if I lose it. Because if I lose it, not good. If I gain it, perfect. I will test this off camera. And let me know in the comments what you think about this total conversion mod. That is, well, brought to you. You can just, I forgot the name. I'm so sorry. But you can find this on Steam, on the Steam Workshop. And where you can look forward to playing as a croc. Sorry, a slitherkin. No, this is the fate. Croc indeed. Sorry. So I think this is a crocodile. That's the idea. But also, if you like it, you can try it as the humans who are facing all these terrifying creatures. But you can see down here, not a lot of things for place yet. We don't have elephant people yet, but we do have monkey people. There they are. Monkey people. Wookin. I'm just gonna say monkey people. It might be not entirely the idea where they're from, but yeah. Oh, hello. You're mouses. Are you supposed to be a mice, or are you supposed to be some type of reindeer type of thing? Oh, you're you're a different race. You're a bucking. So you are a true mouse. Although it was combined with a tiger. Very thin arms. And you are also a mouse, but you do have horns from your mother. So this doesn't perhaps the bestial races don't produce mixed races like the Dark Dwarfs. Oh, you got yourself a big rebellion. And you got your wife pregnant. Good on you, because that is a bit difficult as a Shadow Elf, considering our -40 fertility. But that's a thing, as I said, for the next episode. I say thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.